have half an hour of rest after the wedding guests have left and before the first workshop guests start to arrive. And my friend Ruthie's here, so we're going to have girly time on the terrace with this view before the work starts again.
I've got very exciting news.
Oh, what is it?
My book is out!
This is a super exciting moment for us because Ruth actually wrote a large part of the novel here at Lalande.
I was inspired by my stay in a vineyard in Provence. I wanted to continue the French theme, so I couldn't think of a better place than this wonderful chateau to write it. And for writers, this is the best retreat because you have so much space, so much freedom. You can wander around when you get clogged up and your words don't flow, and then you write again, which is why I actually write a lot of my books here.
Let's have a snack and celebrate. What we need is a drink. I mean, it is about a vineyard.
It's about a vineyard. It's about wine making, rosé in particular. There's a family mystery, a secret that needs to be unveiled. It's about a woman escaping the things in England that have just held her back for most of her life, and discovering new sensations in every way. And it's about a romance with someone.
Well, other than the romance, this sounds like my life, really.
Bonjour, madame. Here is your rosé. It is Provençal rosé. It is from the Chateau Parasol. It is very fruity on the nose, and it is very delectable with cheese. Enjoy.
There is a waiter in the book who might turn into a bit of a love interest.
Ooh, tell us more about the love interest. That's the bit I'm interested in.
Well, it's a chap called Jacques, and he is a lot younger than the heroine.
How old is he?
He's Ava, my heroine, is in her 40s, and Jacques is around 27.
Oh, Michael! Michael, you're too old. Ava stepped out of the kitchen into the courtyard with the tray, the summer heat throwing all of its intensity at her. She closed her eyes for a brief moment and stood perfectly still, listening to the birds chattering in the trees, to the high-pitched chirping of the cicadas, to the bees humming as they hopped between the roses that were climbing around the porch. Life was good. In fact, she couldn't remember it ever being better. Even though she had practically no money to live off, she'd never felt richer in inner peace. The ice cubes clinked against the jug as she walked towards the barn, the sweet smell of the fresh lemonade heady underneath her nose. Jacques had been working hard all morning trying to get the wine press to work, so she thought he deserved something refreshing that would quench his thirst. At the sight of him, her mouth fell slightly open. Ava had seen men with six-packs on billboards and in films, but she didn't know they really existed. She'd been married to a man with a belly for 23 years. She thought that's what all normal men had. How wrong she had been. Right, well, I'm just going to leave you all and carry on with it.
Saucy.
That's how I feel every time I step out here. I mean, there's no Jacques.
I was gonna
That's
say.
the only problem.
Thanks.
If any Jacques would
Oh,
like
Jacques
to
in
come,
there.
do join us. It's true, actually, that I've also never been poorer because of the amount that this house costs, but I've never felt richer in my life since I lived here.
That's really
It's
lovely.
idyllic. So if anyone's thinking of moving to France, do it.
I think it was so nice coming to stay with you after I'd been in Provence, because I think there are quite a number of similarities in my heroine that you have, in terms of starting over in a new country, having the courage to do so in a community where you know no one, having faith that you can do it. And I think being around you writing it was quite inspirational. I think the message that I want to convey to everyone in this book is that as long as you believe that you can change your life, and at whatever age, it is possible.
And that's everything that I believe in. Or if you think about it, Mummy and Percy getting married last week, it just shows it doesn't matter what age you are, you can find a fairy tale ending. So if you like seeing Lalande and the way that we all live here, Little Vineyard in Provence, partly written at Lalande, inspired by life here as well. Have you given any secrets away? Is there anyone I'm going to recognise here?
You might recognise the fact that my heroine is dating a much younger man.
don't know what you're saying.
And is a celebration of the fact that a woman in her 40s could date a much younger man and it not be judged.
Ruth is basically trying to allude to the fact that my ex was 29.
There's something that features in the book that happened here, actually, when we were together.
Are you serious?
Yeah, something quite big, something that was quite dramatic, and something that we'll never forget. And I put it in the book because I remember. I mean, it was a big night for me, and
Big night for Ruth is in this book, but what? What big night?
you'll have to read it,
Oh no, come on.
and everyone else will have to read it to find out and see if they can recognise Lalande in it.
Okay. Right, well, I'm going to do that this afternoon. Oh no, there's a workshop starting. And they're here. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Siri, can I hand you this? The workshop people have arrived. I'm going to go and greet them. See you in London. Then you've got to come back, write your next book. Bye-bye, elderly Jacques.
Okay, I'm going to put my shoes and socks on now. This one's a little sock. It's a micro secret sock.
The other one is the maxi sock.
Yeah. Well, I thought that it would be better to keep the clutch pedal sock a bit smaller than the accelerator pedal sock.
Is that because you want a heavier accelerator foot?
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to the fireworks in Versailles.
Oh,
It's one of the nicest events.
9 more reviews came through on
Whoa,
Amazon. Woo! Overnight. Oh, 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5.
Oh my God, well done. I'm so proud.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Let the workshop begin. Time to make some egg custard tarts, Portuguese styling. They're ready for the oven. In we go. I've never made these before, so touch and go. Well, I'm quite pleased with these, except for the fact that one of the pies, for no reason whatsoever, completely turned upside down whilst it was cooking. Why? How? Oh, I think we can write that one off. So hot. That's yours, Cole.
Ooh, I'll take it.
I've been cooking the dinner for the first night of the workshop, but I'm worried sick because we just found one of our peahens outside in the courtyard, unable to move, and we don't know what's wrong. Mummy and Percy have just rushed her to the vet and I'm waiting for news. Okay, some news just in. She's still alive and the vet's looking after her. We don't know what's wrong yet. Percy sent me this video.
Here is the peacock hen on the veterinary table. They said she was very hot, higher than what the thermometer could read. And so they're trying to cool her down with a wet blanket and wet paper towels. And they've given her an injection of cortisone.
We're trying to cool her temperature down.
She's back now. She was suffering from horrific heat stroke.
The vet said she needs a sleep, and she certainly is better than when we took her there. There's no doubt about it. But we don't know that she will be saved. They're very fragile, you know.
The dinner's over and the peacock is still alive, but I'm getting more worried by the minute. She's not improving. And I've been looking up about it online, and apparently in India, heat stroke is killing massive amounts of peacocks and they're very susceptible to it. And once it's at this stage, it's very, very hard, maybe impossible to save them. I bought her when she was only a few days old, a few years ago, and we've had her since she was a chick. I'm making a glucose and electrolyte syrup for her to try to give her more strength. And now we just have to pray she's still alive in the morning. Sif is still alive this morning, but honestly doesn't seem much better at all, and her legs still aren't working. We have no idea whether they'll ever work again or not, so it's an incredibly worrying time. Someone's watching us with great interest. The other peacocks are all being ridiculously spoilt today. They must think it's Christmas. We're so worried that they'll get sick too, that they're getting every treat under the sun flung at them. Does he like chocolate cake?
Yeah.
He likes banana too. As this workshop's only for 12 people, I can get a little bit more experimental. This is a courgette terrine topped with cream cheese and mint, and served with a very cold, refreshing tomato sauce. Our first lunch is ready. We have mushroom stuffed with blue cheese, the courgette terrine that I made, always lots of bread in France, homemade hummus, endive salad, and carrot salad. It's time to stop singing and come for lunch. I've come to pick the rhubarb for tonight's dessert. It's just going to be stewed rhubarb with custard. I have the rhubarb. It's boiling hot again. Even just coming to pick this is quite unbearable. It's the hottest summer we've ever had at Lalande, and our peacock is still trying to drag herself into the sun. We've moved her back in because she'd managed to drag herself into the sunshine, which would kill her. So it's very frustrating, isn't it? We look away for 2 seconds and she's on a suicide mission.
What a foolish animal.
But we don't want to shut the door. We want her to be able to see outside, see the sunshine. Right, time for your medicine, darling. She doesn't like having it, but it's the only thing that will keep her strength up. Good girl. Oh, wow. That's the best I've seen her drink.
Good.
Do you think she's getting worse?
No, not really. No.
She seems pretty stable.
Let's see if she's still warm.
Tomorrow we'll go and get her some vitamins. So far, my food has had a more positive effect on the workshop inhabitants than on the peahen, but we'll keep trying. These are the beautiful sounds I wake up to every morning on the opera workshop.
Brother, I bring the pain.
Why, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So kind.
Anytime.
Did you give the peahen her glucose this
Yes,
morning?
but I'm not sure how much she took. She went.
What did she do, Mummy? I'm going to go and give her some. This is my first ever attempt at brioche.
Well done.
Mummy's a bit disappointed in it though, aren't you?
In what?
You're disappointed in my brioche.
No. They're not sweet, so I like them.
Oh, so you do like them? Okay.
Yes,
Good.
I do like them.
Good.
They're not the texture one expects, but they're very nice.
But in many ways, they're good nonetheless.
I think they
Oh, by
should.
the way,
Jolly good.
no cost letters.
I think they should go in the oven, dried out, and become rusks.
No,
The staple
Percy.
food of South Africa.
We'll have none of that South African nonsense around here. But would you like a brioche in the meantime?
Yes, thank you.
We're trying to give her solid food today. She hasn't been interested much. But there has been a big change in the night, because on her nest in the stables overnight, she has laid an egg. So although she's still paralysed, all systems are starting to work again, so we don't want to give up on her. It's official, our peahen is back on solids. The cheese is proving extremely popular. This afternoon, the entire workshop are out visiting the local area. So it's been complete peace in the house, and I've been able to take some time to finish Ruth's novel with a nice glass of rosé. And it's so perfect. I really recommend it. I was incredibly touched because what I didn't expect was to find our very own Bernard as one of the characters. There's a man in the book who helps restore a vineyard, who works incredibly hard, who's really a local man who understands the soil. And it's absolutely Bernard. And he had the same name, so I asked Ruth if he was inspired by him, and she said indeed it was. From the moment we moved into Lalande, Bernard has been an unimaginable support to us. I don't think that we could have done all of this without him. He's helped us in the garden, in the house. I'm so happy to see him in this book. I love everything about the book. It's left me with a very feel-good glow. Cheers. Here's Sif. We're sitting her outside now. I'll have to bring her in at night, otherwise she's a sitting duck for a fox. I've been reading about paralysis in peacocks, and sometimes the use of the legs returns after good care, so we're doing everything we can. If any of you are peacock experts and have any ideas, please don't hesitate to let me know. It's time for the final concert of the opera workshop. I'm singing a little duet from The Marriage of Figaro with the teacher. And because we've been so busy with the workshops, I haven't had a chance to have my hair done. I can't go till tomorrow, so I'm going to look a bit of a fright. Still, I'm only playing the part of Susanna the maid, so I think I'll just put a pretty dress on, stick an apron on top, and run out on stage. I'm all ready. I'm going to leave the kitchen just long enough to sing the part of a maid, which seems completely fitting. But I'm leaving the kitchen in safe hands. Marie is on the job. What are you doing, Marie?
I'm carving a courgette.
Excellent. Into a nice sculpture.
Yeah, it feels like I'm doing ice sculpting. Oh dear. Stephanie doesn't think I'm doing a good enough job.
You're doing a magnificent job. I'm just showing you the easier and an actual way. Showing you the way. Follow my path.
The efforts I put into this kitchen, and this is the thank I got.
Oh, that's what you get.
Oh, job well done now.
She's the countess and I'm her maid. Oh, I'm suited. The Countess is dictating a letter to me to trap her husband and reveal his unfaithful ways.
Now we have to go and cook.
Yeah, singing and cooking, that's what we do.
Yeah.
You've got to get used to singing, actually. No, there's a national anthem in there.
I don't think so.
But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. Stop outside. Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please.